We got no Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but Sol Sikoa and his team certainly hit rock bottom as they lost in the War Games main event. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling.
We all knew old wrestling was better, but now we know the old Bloodline's better too, baby.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the two teams here, I think it was quite obvious which one is better. One team has got Roman Reigns and CM Punk on it, and the other team's got Navy, so I mean, it is what it is. We can call him the Samoan werewolf. Look, it's just a guy with braids that can do a triple jump moonsault. I mean, that's pretty much it. There's nothing impressive about these super kick fucking monkeys. Okay, it doesn't do much for me.
No, it does nothing for me. I tell you what, Jacob Fatu is lucky he's walking out the building at all, because he near killed himself twice.
Just seeing a big man like that just hit this crappy, offense. It's not big man offense. But I tell you what, I mean, the match was obviously better than the women's match. We all knew that was going to be the case. They seemed reluctant to let Tamaloa do any sort of involvement, and I don't blame them. The guy absolutely sucks. So
makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely makes sense.
On a normal night, this guy would have been in first or second. Because he's shite, they bring him in fourth when there's nothing to do really. If you look at it, he was the only guy that came out that wasn't against the odds.
Yeah, the problem I've got with this...
Now, what's the chances of that? The guy that can't work, well, you could argue maybe not a lot of them can work great, but the guy that definitely cannot work is the only guy that came out when odds were in his favour, and he wasn't there to make the save, he wasn't there to rush in.
The problem I've got with this is the fact that these matches are very similar. You wait for everyone to get in, and then that's when, like, I feel like they can become a bit unique.
Yeah, and then they give you
but you get that, you've already seen the first 30 minutes of the women's.
Yeah, and see the announcement? Like, how crap would it have been, like, if... See, just... I don't know, I thought it was shite the way they announced it after everybody's in. War Games can now begin. As if what happened before then was irrelevant. As if what happened before then doesn't matter.
No, I totally agree.
See War Games. I think this should be. I think this should be an elimination style match.
Yeah, no.
If they can open the steel cage door to let people in, they can certainly open the steel cage door to let people out.
No, I totally understand that logic, but the problem is just the women's one. It's just, I think a Rumble's different, but let's be honest, man. See, watching two Rumbles in one show, it's too long, and these matches. When you factor in entrances and aftermath, you're looking at 2 hours the night with just War Games. It's too much.
Less is more.
Yeah, less is more.
I mean, it is what it is. But, yeah. I mean,
I think it is incredibly rare that you're going to put on 2 of the same match types and actually deliver.
Yeah, I tell you what. See, ever since the Royal Rumble started, the Women's Royal Rumble, have we ever thought both were good? I remember one year we thought the women's was good because it was returns and stuff.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I think even when wrestling was good and they did multiple 5-on-5 matches, I think you only really got one good one.
Agreed. I mean, you look at 2003. Everyone remember. You remember the Raw ones. You don't really remember the SmackDown ones.
SmackDown ones were shite. Mainly because they were full of like Luther Reigns and Matt Morgan, but lesser said.
Big 7-foot fucking jobbers, But no, I mean that's a very good point that you make. I think even when they were doing Elimination Chamber matches, I think that there was always one that stood out.
Yeah.
Now you could argue the Raw roster. I mean, I think there was a Raw one that had Michaels, Triple H, Cena, Umaga, Jeff Hardy, JBL. And then the other one had like Finlay, fucking MVP, Daddy V, Mark Henry, Batista, Taker. I mean, it's obvious like, some ones were better than others, but...
It's like when you do Hell in a Cell pay-per-views and TLC pay-per-views. Cards are just better when you've got one of each match type, especially a stipulation one. You don't need 3 ladder matches on a pay-per-view. You don't.
Same with Money in the Bank. Don't need 2 of them. Just don't need 2 of anything. Anyway, it was a...
I think maybe the only thing I can accept is when you've got 2 elimination chambers and one's for each brand. But even then, I prefer that in the early Ruthless Aggression when we just had 1.
True, but if they're going to give us 2 men's.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Not a fucking men's and a women's. Honestly, I think that killed wrestling. See when they went woke and they pushed this women's revolution. That it was a bad day for wrestling. That match tonight was nothing short of embarrassing. This match, though, I thought was pretty good. We'll talk about it more in the review. Punk helps Reigns get the win. No The Rock. No, so that was a bit disappointing, but I mean, we'll see what happens going forward. Is this the end for Solo? Can he bounce back? You have to tune in to SmackDown to find out. But tune into our review where we'll go in depth and we'll break it all down and we'll tell you how we truly feel about this pay per view because we didn't enjoy it.
I didn't enjoy it, but here, it finished quite early.
Canada, eh? Anyway, guys, that's it. Till next time. Peace.